All right, finding the reference angle. I'm going to erase this. To find the reference angle, you have to call upon what we just did, the knowledge from the previous four, of getting the given angle in between 0 and 360 degrees. One revolution around the unit circle is 0 to 360 degrees. I'm going to do number 18. So the first step in this process, again, is to get it between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. The given angle of 650, it exists in the third quadrant. I need to get it to, eventually the second step will be getting it into the first quadrant. All reference angles exist in the first quadrant. So this is the first quadrant, third. So I'm going to move that one. It's going to be confusing. And the 3. So the first step, my given angle of 650 is too big. I need to take away a revolution. If I do that, 650 minus 360 is 290. 290 does indeed exist between my one revolution of a unit circle of 0 to 360. At this point, I am done with step 1, if it exists between that. Step 2 now is to get it into the first quadrant. First quadrant. And the degrees I care about are 0 to 90. This is the first quadrant. Right here. 0 to 90. In order to do that, I have to consider the distance away from the x-axis that exists. And so this angle is 650, yes, but it is also what we just found to be 290. This is also 290 degrees. If it's in the third quadrant, there's two landmarks. 180 degrees, because I care about how far away it is from the x-axis, and 360 degrees. In this case, it's on the right side, so I need to consider this distance. And it's always going to be bigger number minus the smaller number. So in this case, it would be 360 minus 290. And that will give me 70 degrees. So to finish it off, please draw that rough sketch of it. The final answer is 70 degrees is my reference angle. Now, again, I found step 1, I just got it in the range of 0 to 360 by subtracting revolutions, or adding if it's negative, like number 17 is negative. Step 2 is getting it into the first quadrant. Now, if you notice in 17, it already is in the first quadrant, so chances are you won't have to do step 2. And again, step 2 is finding the distance between the angle and the x-axis. And it's always biggest minus smallest. So, if the angle, let's say, existed here, to find the distance, you would do 180 minus whatever that angle is. If it existed here, to find the distance, you would do that angle minus 180.